that it's likely going to be an interesting situation. 190 to 180, and 500 are the ones to begin on this T side, starting with a quick pace approaching CYBERSHOKE's defense.
Yeah, already played one official earlier on today. That was a 2-0 win over 9 in the proving grounds. So getting a little bit of action. Pissed around already out in towards the bomb side. Volt will get one of those kills. Forrester tapping away, unable to find a target.
Boeing on the outside looking in, waiting for his teammates to reposition as well. Have Heaven under control. Notineki lining up his flashbang. Glowing gets caught. Volt, what a drive-by of a peak. That is completely going to hurt CYBERSHOKE's chances. Something good about 500 recently is that their pistols, for some reason, are just really, really damn good.
I mean, when you look at his team, we had that conversation a couple days ago, me and you, when we were casting them here in the group stage of the Thunderpick, when they were getting their 2-0 wins to make it to the playoffs. If we were to look at all the individuals on the side of 500, isn't Zerg the only one that you'd be looking at and saying he needs to improve slightly from the first 6 months of the year, but he was already on an upward trajectory? So can you really spot a bad individual on the 500 side individually? He's trying, I think, to put some of the youngsters in front of himself, if that makes any sense.
Makes complete sense. If the microphone caught that, but a kid was shouting outside. That was quite funny. I don't know. Kids playing in the yard. Either way, talking about action, Rainwaker already taken down. Courtesy of Blixie. 500 have been quite quiet with a traversal. Closing up the distance could be quite the surprise. Look how Hampus is closing in Fenneman. Not surprised. Instead, turns his attention right towards his opposing IGL. And already 500 in a bit of a pickle. Red Star desperately trying to give 500 away back in this one, but you're losing damage left and right, which makes this a lot more complicated.
Yeah, this one's over already. Red Star still going to try and find something, glowing with the one decon to Volt, and Fenneman, who's had a banger of a round with the scout.
Has taken quite a bit of damage, down to 22 points of health overall. Volt also looking to see if he can distract enough players in this side of the map while the rest of the 500 squad can move into A. Fenneman's got himself an upgrade though. A big green. In contrast to the scout he had earlier on, he gets the first pick, a leg shot onto one of his opponents, and now CYBERSHOKE. No, that 500 no longer testing ramp. Surely they need to focus on A.
Look at how low they are, right? And you didn't even spot Rainwaker, who's usually the lobby player, right? You kill Volt, or you kill Hampus, you leg shot Zerg, you know this was supposed to be a ramp play right now, so it's a perfect call, and Fenneman is already keeping him mobile, already readjusting, going in towards how ready for that outside ramp potentially, but 500 should be saving here in 90 days. Means that they've had the opportunity to learn quite a lot, right? Establish a style that they're comfortable with. Some of their individuals, if not all of them, get comfortable with the map. So they're definitely not a team that's the best on nuke in the tier 2 space, but definitely not one to be overlooked as well.
Volt losing his life early isn't good signs for 500 either. Notineki missing the timing in regards to the first spray, but he's well positioned for this, and he's got Fenneman as well near him if needed. Molly by Fenneman's feet, so flushed out. Glowing's around, Cirque ready for it. Smoke deep, Fenneman goes in for the second swing. Notineki able to catch one off guard, and all of a sudden it's gone awry. Rainwaker, a bit of an answer back, and a rifle upgrade. AWP doing him favors, and now a 2v2, very much doable.
Hampus is in events though. How do you connect the dots? Rainwaker needs to pick up the bomb and try and go down that B bomb side, but he's so afraid about a potential push. If he's able to make it down B, this round is on, but does he really want to do that? They're just slowing down. He's just waiting for Hampus.
Blixie, he nearly escaped through the cracks there, but Hampus has got the core. Rainwaker lined up and ready. Crosshair lined, and Hampus will be there before that is even necessary. The positive for Forrester, he's got the information available, but a 1v2 is going to be hard.
How do you read where he is? You know, he's the A player, but such a long time has passed. Where has he gone off to?
Wow.
20 seconds. They make their decision. They're going down the B bomb site. No smoke for the plant, so this is going to be a little bit stressful. Forrester already hearing the steps. He's going to be quite quick on that wrap around the world in towards the ramp position.
You've got to give this a go if you're Forrester. You've got the money, and you've been able to catch Hampus, not given a chance to find a post-plant position. Oh, that molly is huge. Rainwaker in dire straits.
It failed.
Oh no! It's off to the side. It went for the corner, not for the back silo. The Rainmaker can hold his ground, goes for the swing, and takes the fight at his own measure. Beauty of a headshot, 500 right back in.
He's always been doing his best work whenever he's been as passive as possible. Same way that VOD is doing a really good job when he's aggressive.
That's a great flash. Forrester unable to see. He had to reveal his position throughout it, so Rainmaker able to read both angles, make it three.
He's an entry now.
Dear me. He's cosplaying as the Grim Reaper, and he's got his scythe out, sweeping left and right as he pleases.
Okay, to hell with the previous conversation. Rainmaker and VOD are the hyper carries of this team. They've got 12 kills between each other, 6 rounds in.
And it was the moment where we thought CYBERSHOKE were gaining a grasp of the game again, right? Interrupting 500 after the pistol and follow, but it didn't take long for the Bulgarian side to get things running.
Yeah, and that shows you how important those rounds are, right? This is the type of round that changes the game if you know how to follow up after winning it. A-Pop works out perfectly, though. Flashes were absolutely pitch perfect as well. Gotta give a little bit of credit to Cirque about this one too. And Nodeneki will be able to stay alive. It was a little bit of an effort. Hampus was quite determined to make sure he doesn't, but
it's funny, to be honest.
Yeah, the last time was in 2023, February of 2023.
Okay. All right, so looking to do it again. Maybe he can take it one further. But yeah, first things first, win this one. Cirque knows Fenomen is up against him. The battle of the orcs. Cirque a little bit preemptive with that throw. How did Fenomen get that one? But still, looking to go into this A site, and Glowing could not react on time. Vol is just rolling through his opponents right now, punching them down as he goes. And Nodeneki avoids the fight there. Knows there is no point fighting anymore as 500 take over once again.
Man, VOD is so sharp. Honestly, looking at this individual form, it really is shocking that you needed to wait for such a long time to see this man on a team in 2025. I know he was playing with the Mix boys, but that was just the last couple weeks. He spent the entire first 5-6 months of the year teamless. And now you're looking at the way that he's getting some of those headshots. You're wondering why.
Oh. And it's definitely, again, the discussion, Ted, about you're not only bringing players to fill the roles that you need, it's not just about leadership and firepower, it's also having the experience of taking unlikely teams into events like majors. And I feel like both Volt and Hampus have been in those situations.
This could get quite sticky for 500.
Yeah. CYBERSHOKE's chance presented itself. His position is checked, but nothing much can be done about it early on. So much damage done. The Hampus somehow gets away with 2. As the molly subsides, Going is able to take a peek in as well and keep things level-footed. But with Blixie's flank, still 500 on the back foot. That's the bomb dropped as well. It's on the other side of ramp. Hampus can't quite reach to it on time. He's only got 40 seconds to work with, so he's trying to balance attention towards isolating these players or going for the bomb, and Glowing responds in kind. Volt's alone, 30 seconds to boot. This is not enough.
Yeah, I think they've realized that as well. Blixie's picked up the open. Volt eventually will have to start making noise if he wants to go for this one. 20 seconds is definitely not enough for him to just get the bomb and take it to a bomb site. He comes in, missed shot from the Oprah, but with 15 seconds on the clock, even if he does pick up the bomb here, Volt, I'm not sure if there is enough time for him to get a bomb plan out of it.
You reckon?
Actually, he does have the time. Yeah, Blixie's not going to let him do that, though.
That is so... Yeah. Oh, Blixie! Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't give me a heart attack like that, man. Oh, brother.
Still, have been shut down quite a lot. There goes the U2. Does Volt start pressing forward?
Blixie forced off the hut. Volt with first blood, but the double back from 500 is true. Bolting into B, no one directly defending and Glowing, opening this door could get himself a pickup. Forrester is able to shut down Hampus on his own, rotate excursion. Glowing gets another, and suddenly CYBERSHOKE is still winning this fight.
You need the individuals to step Volt already in towards double doors. Look at Forrester go, though. He's so aggressive with it.
Look at Forrester, ready for anything that is thrown his way. So smart to walk into that position, and 500 could not react on time.
He's been around for such a long time, and he's been part of so many teams that have struggled to perform over time that we have forgotten, actually, how sharp of an aimer Forrester used to be back in the days, and how sharp he could still be.
Also Glowing in that round. Big start. Again, playing with his intuition. It's always sharp. Volt in a bit of trouble. Glowing gets the timing on him. And with that, not only 500 are down a player, but lack the HP. What do you do with this, Hampus? You've been given a lot of space, but your team are kind of left behind.
That's a B play. Question is, can Hampus win the first fight? If he's able to get the kill onto Glowing or make a little bit of noise, then that's probably going to take their eyes off of the ramp, and a little bit of movement's going to start coming in. Actually, it is the ramp players to start going forward first. No, the Neki going to get tested.
Not affected by the flash.
Ooh. Now
Only
Hampus
some
goes.
damage. But Phenomen able to hold the fort, getting some extra shots across. It's not going to be an easy pass into sight. Red Star only with 1 point of health. Glowing there will try and disrupt the flow. Knows that one of his opponents is on that low HP department, but Cirque able to answer back a 2v2. This is so damn close. Punching in the digits, Cirque. And now looking for the post-plant safe angles. Break out of the door, Blixie could be dangerous. Hampus is waiting. And as soon as the door pops open, Hampus is there. Phenomen, a big green in hand, will not make this easy, but if you're able to find one that just oversteps as their welcome,
Gotta save.
it could make it doable. But with the information given, indeed, a fallback is the only option.
Not enough money if you want to have a proper investment and the open the next round and Phenomen goes down. 500. Thinking about 8 rounds on the T side of Nuke. That will definitely put him in a great spot.
This is still a very interesting game. And disruption can come in all shapes and sizes. We've seen that already. But indeed, like you said, 500 on the better end of this. And Volt, again with the opener, seems to do quite a lot.
They didn't really care, by the way. That was a molly from the CT side that was deployed to disturb the wall, but they didn't really care. They just decided, hey, you know what? We're just going to peek and look for the fight that you're looking for.
500 cut noise, and Hampus considering going for this heaven approach while the rest of the team may be crunching into main. This could be a big pincer into this A site.
They should know it's a possibility. Question is, how much do they believe? How firmly do they believe that Phenomen's got this cross? How much do they believe that he's got the timing?
Boost up by Blixie. Hampus sees it. Volt chimes in as well. This is clean. Forrester. An answer is there for him, but it's not enough. You need a little bit more than that, and not Neki on the wrong side of the map, on the bottom level. Here's this all happening, but can't do a thing about it, meaning 500 are on the highway to the 8th round of this game.
Yeah, and that's going to be an 8th round here on the T side of Nuke for 500. Just think about the multiple ways that they were able to use the same addition or the same variation of those outside smokes. So many times you've seen one round where the majority of the team was going down, one round where Hampus and Volt are together and Volt goes for the fight with the mini player while Hampus is going down. Another round where they don't really get contested and they just freeze. And now one more where, again, they had so many players and they just sent Hampus right in towards hell. 500 are showing a pretty deep strat book here on the T side in 8 rounds. Honestly.
Oh yeah, this game's not over. We've heard no fat lady sing just yet. I wonder if they ever have a fat lady sing a closing ceremony at the major. At any major. I feel like that'd be a very iconic say being created. 500. Unsurprisingly, very damn accurate with their pistol shots. Woo! Holy moly, it's clean. And Phenomen, I'm sure he'll just want to avoid any of the confrontation.
That's right. 4 people waiting for him up secret. That is obscene. Look at that.
Oh no.
He's going to see so many sets of eyes.
Surprisingly, survived longer than his opponents, than his teammates.
They're not going.
Because they know they've got Hampus on the back. Like, look at him run!
What is going on?
Look at him go! They're just toying with him.
Will someone kill him, boys? Put him out of his misery. They're all running away. They don't want him to get bonus money. That is insane.
Oh my god. Eventually, Phenomen gets shot at the back of his head.
You can bet that 500's having a laugh about this one. CYBERSHOKE, quite the opposite. No bomb plant, no money, no force. Fuiko running into the famous of Rainwaker. And that nade will hurt quite a lot.
Was that 2 nades or 1?
1.
I want to see the stats on how much damage was done with that 1 HE.
A lot.
That
I'd go as far as to say around 250.
Man, that took like half health out of nearly all players.
Yep. Look at that.
Look at what? They're dead.
Sapping away.
Oh my god, Rainwaker. I mean, we can't call it clean until we see CYBERSHOKE spy on the T side.
Right. Which is now quite convenient, isn't it? First and only opportunity for CYBERSHOKE to stay on Nuke, and Hampus has already opened things up. There goes Rainwaker, there goes VOD. They're just playing the piano right now, and they're so damn good at it. Might as well be Tchaikovsky at this point.
Yeah.
We have seen out of 500 at the start of the season, and I don't want to be the one calling it before the games have already started, right? Because it is too early to be speaking like this. Also, this round is not over.
I mean, okay, let's see this round to the end. Although it seems
over
to
now.
be very soon. Cirque sprayed upon. He gets shut down. Look at him jump. He's avoided a few bullets because of that. I think that saved his life. Either way, though, Ted, going back to the point you made.
Maybe Mirage is where that changes. Doesn't feel like it will on Nuke.
I think you're right there, Ted. I think you pressed the reset button. But you don't give up until the 13th round is on the board, or when Rainwaker does a bit more of this. He's had a number of multi-kills. Rainwaker has 20 and 5. It's quite the KD score. And I'm sure his damage stats are a little bit more higher than that, as he's always had a say in the matter. 1 round left. And the 500 squad one step away from putting Nuke in their pocket.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy what Rainwaker's doing towards the round. By the way, you put a player in that position, he's able to get away with multi-kills every single time. That means you're working with a pretty high-quality round player. VOD finally puts to sleep one of the other guys that has been tormenting CYBERSHOKE since the start of this one. Finally, an opening kill going their way, and a little bit of damage done onto Zerg. This is not looking too bad for CYBERSHOKE at the start.
No, it's not. 500 a little bit out into the open without cover. Can't really win the individual engagement. Sure, they've made CYBERSHOKE a little bit low, but Zerg is tested, and he's got Rainwaker behind him. Of course it's a Rainwaker again. Oh, boy. He's providing the pain. That's what he's doing. And making CYBERSHOKE rain. Sparta, all that remains. Sure, he has a couple of players that are a bit softened up, but without the bomb, without an AK for those one-tap headshot frags, not that he really needs it with everybody losing health. All players is already a difficult task for him. That nade also makes certain that his position is good. Rainwaker chimes in and wants to make it 23 frags altogether for this map. That is an insane stat if I've ever seen one, and continues his multi-frag streak. 13-4 for 500.
The one and only. In 500, just one Mirage without iteration, a 16-14 labored win over ARCRED. So we can't say that is the cleanest one out there, but again, as myself and Neo have been talking about, Hampus is... Oh, it's been a great idea! Oh my god!
Red Star! He's produced a storm and made CYBERSHOKE drop on the floor by lightning. Holy moly! A moment where you thought a fake was just successfully made there by CYBERSHOKE, where the site could have been cleared by themselves. Blink and you miss it. Red Star goes berserk.
Might be leaning into somewhat of an A split.
Definitely seems like it. But yet no distraction shown in from Ramp and Palace. Mostly mid-commotion with a deep smoke alluding to potential catwalk cross, but 500 not buying it. They've got 3 CTs available to this hole. That is an excellent cross out from Forrester. And the Phenomen player also gets stuff done. Red Star, though, continues doing his own little thing. Rainwaker still alive in Sandwich. Hampus has arrived, and Red Star untouched. Forrester scared to make a move into the site.
He's calling this one off. Another multi-kill coming in from Red Star. Another one coming in from Hampus as well. And 500, regardless of losing a couple of the opening fights, still win this round.
I can't help but feel it was Red Star's mind that said, okay, I'm going to go to T-Sport. I'm going to chase after him. I'm going to be the real boogeyman here. Cool.
And at least CYBERSHOKE right back at it with the guns. A bit of a jump, some fancy moves coming out of Zerg. Opening kill, not quite going his way.
Indeed. This is the first time CYBERSHOKE might have the upper hand here, but of course Red Star will be the disruptor. Volt won't be able to survive for long. Red Star wanting to go in for more. Zerg on the big green duties, holds his ground into this B site. Doesn't really call for reinforcements, doesn't need them. Hampers, therefore, has got all the time in the role world to go for this catwalk cross. CYBERSHOKE lacking the numbers here, hoping that glowing can unlock this round for them.
Eyes on Zerg. Oh, posted in towards that B bomb side, and Nodoneki's leaving, going in towards Thunder, as Zerg's got glowing in. Barely seen him, but the shot connects. Might have missed the first one in towards short, but it's all about the reposition, all about putting yourself at the right place at the right time, and he's seen the final one as well. It's a lovely hat trick out of Zerg.
This is right where we left off from Nuke, Ted. After the timeout between maps, you usually say, okay, it's a great opportunity for a team to reset. They obviously got their own map pick to look forward to, but this is very much more of the same for 500. Not only that, but even better. Deep push from Red Star, looking to be...
Should be dead.
A disruption, and indeed Phenomen does have the right idea, so low chances for Red Star, hoping that a pop flash could do him a favor. But instead opts to drop back, glowing for the wider peak, and escaping through the cracks. Somehow Red Star given a chance to double up, at least for CYBERSHOKE. There's a flank from under, allowing CYBERSHOKE to have the numbers coming into the 1 minute 15-second mark.
Bomb still dropped in towards top middle. Someone will have to go back and collect that, and Volt does not really move the muscle.
One player per side, and Nodoneiki might just be walking into Volt's hands.
It's just the bait. Rainwaker run back towards the B bomb side. He just mollied up, and he's running in towards CT. They're going to play this one together.
And 500 have the best outcome they could have hoped for here. Walking right into Rainwaker. Push out, Volt, unchecked, not spotted. Could play the timing game. Spray down on both players. Easiest double kill and clutch of his life. 500 do not let CYBERSHOKE in. It wasn't enough. And maybe you start to wonder, maybe a different stance is what's required, a different approach, and an explosive attempt at Rainmaker before the smoke pops is around to find one pickup. He needs to be careful not to be isolated here. CYBERSHOKE could really close up the distance, but definitely don't have the confidence to do just that. Phenomen, though, finally is able to get that collection, and a 4v4 is in line.
They don't have a flash. No flash for the push here. They just have to try peek into it. There goes the white peek. Both does go down.
All of a sudden, there's a chance here for CYBERSHOKE. You've got two rifles. There comes a flash from Hampers. Volt assists his IGL to do so damn much here. Triple kill for Hampers. And now down to Circumrents to clean up, sweeping CYBERSHOKE off their feet. Holy moly. This is insane.
Yeah. They're on the precipice of another clean 2-0 over CYBERSHOKE. That's the same CYBERSHOKE team that did get a map off of Simpo in BC game yesterday.
How about that? How about that? Oh, Phenomen are waiting for a Rainmaker there. No issue at all in getting that collection. Keeping his teammates focused and connector alive. But CYBERSHOKE this time not really showing their mind. This timing will be off. They won't expect Nodoneiki to be this quick, this close. And that means that there's a double here. Again, a third player in connector is not something you would expect. Therefore, Red Star is able to find one. And the fact that Phenomen is low, still a very real possibility for 500 to turn this around. And indeed, the tables have turned. Forrester is alone. The bomb not yet into the ground. 500, plenty of time to rotate.
Look at the reposition as well. Both of them going CT first. There's not going to be ready for this, surely.
Holy. Digits punched. Forrester not looking in the right direction. He is in for a rude awakening. Zerg there, and is all that is needed. Even had Red Star for backup if that was required, but no, 500 not willing to give anything to CYBERSHOKE. Want to make this look clean. Phenomen looking to assist his team to break into this B site. A site has really done them no favors. Red Star blocked off entirely. Zerg, first engagement goes his way. Red Star is omnipresent. Round in, round out, relevance and prevalence. But at least it's a bit of an answer this time around. The breakup from Catwalk words, Red Star. If a 1v3 clutch is in store for you, this game is already over. Two players spotted, gun barrel shown, and Phenomen are able to win that fight. Glowing has to go down with a ship, but finally CYBERSHOKE stamp around in. again, try approach from CYBERSHOKE. This timing is going to be off. 500 not going. I'm not going to expect it. And indeed, Blixie gets there on time. I feel like CYBERSHOKE know what works for them now, know what they can do. And they found site access with a player's advantage. You've got Blixie deep into connector. This is going to destabilize Volt substantially. I don't think he was going to anticipate that. He's waiting for his team to make moves out of ticket booth. But with the bomb planted, 500 slow things down.
Volt thinks that they will push connector and jungle to clear him out and then play the post plan a little bit easier. The thing is, the T's are not really being that aggressive, and 500 saving. I mean, I don't hate it. Contrary to probably what we would be expecting, the fact that they did win 9 rounds in a row and just lose 1 doesn't mean that they've got all the money in the world. There was a couple of closer ones, a couple of clutches in there, so they actually do need that save.
Yeah, they're still on the CT side, still difficult to reinvest round after round. More expensive util, more expensive riflery.
That's quite a while ago.
Look at this B play. But also the crunch from Red Star from behind. That's one pick. And if you're glowing, you're shaking where you stand. You've got the bomb exposed. Rainmaker catches Forrester across. And this is a bit chaotic. CYBERSHOKE lost in the plot. Losing HP left and right. This is tough now.
Yeah, it's a 3v3, but look at Zerk as well. He's pushed all the way in towards T-spawn. And that MP9 against the low HP members, that could be deadly. He can hear the steps now.
Finally, Notineki able to win that fight. And this puts CYBERSHOKE in pole here, and for 500, some heavy lifting required from the individuals. Mid and A lying solely and under the responsibility of Rainmaker.
Did they fail the window smoke? Yeah, they did.
Oh no.
That's the bomb.
No.
And they didn't realize it because Fanman was hiding and Rainmaker's just picked up a double. If that wasn't enough of a misery, well, now you've added a little bit more yourselves.
Thinking about bringing up comeback conversations back. And Fenneman, not all is lost. Bomb plant, possible. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt here. Using the smoke to his advantage, finding cover. The bomb isn't planted if you play from ramp, Fenneman. So he's going to have to shut it down with the players crossing. Position revealed. Rainmaker knows how to approach it now. Can't have these long distances, but takes a wide stance. Fenneman could not react to it on time. The clutch does not go CYBERSHOKE's way. And double digits secured by the final hurdle at halftime.
I think teams like Partizan, like ENCE, maybe like Passion UA might have something to say about this, but
sure,
they are playing quite good Counter-Strike right now. Really
I
are.
mean, any team on a good day. But 500 are having a great tournament, not just a day. Okay, pistol rounds. Can 500 make it 4 for 4? I think that's a big question in our minds. CYBERSHOKE have the right idea, having 3 players already near ticket booth and the rest trying to converge through mid. 500 unable to convert here. Glowing finally gets things heading in the right trajectory for 500. Blixie with the backstab. Not quite the backstab, actually. That was through Catwalk. That's interesting. This could be a clean round for CYBERSHOKE. Finally, starting a half off with the right foot forward. CYBERSHOKE get the first round of the half. Fenneman well equipped, but that's at the cost of an ump in the hands of Forrester.
Straight up A execute off of spawn here. 500 want to pick up the pace a little bit.
I don't blame them. She does hinder Red Star a little bit, down to 80 points of health altogether. I wonder what Hampus wants to do. If he's going to be a bit of a distractor, try and keep CYBERSHOKE players busy on the other side of the map. Notineki, though, that's a great timing for the swing. Catch up onto Red Star. Rainmaker can't cross either. CYBERSHOKE with a grand old hold at double-sided peak. Hello. 500 shut down where they stand, and Fenneman's Big Green is really singing today.
Now this is looking like a playoff game a little bit more. And Hampus, the one to start it off with the U2 win towards middle at the start of the round, is now left in a 1v5, looking at a couple of kills to try and keep the CT side money low, but you're not getting a bomb plan out of this one, buddy.
Yeah, no, that is not just a tall order, but an impossible one. But at least taking down rifles from his opposing side is something he'll look for. Forrester, though, as smooth as butter in that exchange. A little bit of a deep lob, and it doesn't reveal much of the smoke either.
They're playing this one really into the blind right now.
Smoke landing.
They don't really know. Now they
Flash
know.
out. Fully alerted, fully aware. Blixie spotted in catwalk. Drop already successful.
Dangerous.
But where's the pick? Where's the collection? Choosing down on the position of Blixie. Forrester is no more. A couple of rifles upgraded to, and full sight secured here for 500.
You can't win this. I mean, no, the Neckies on the other side of the map. You need to call it off. It was just the pistols, just a half-buy. Look at the util for the T's. It's not existent. They don't have anything for this post plant.
Oh no. That's all that was needed. I mean, this is Counter-Strike, right? This could always happen.
Incredibly well timed from the side of 500, but still, if you're CYBERSHOKE, you probably feel like you should have been able to approach this situation a little bit better.
Oh boy. Oh dear. As much as Notineki hopes that smoke acts like a wall, I have an inkling that Rainmaker fancies himself a push, and so does Hampus. The captain of 500 already showing up. A double kill to boot, and now the rest of 500 could walk in. Glowing knows he needs to focus towards Connector. Can't really fight in sight just yet, especially being blocked off by smokes. And that's a 3v3 here, with sprays going across to try and deny a desperate bomb plant here. Rainmaker shutting down Glowing, and 500 now in full control. Phenomen. That's a great answer.
They've got a smoke for Palace or the bomb.
And the smoke does go to Palace. But with flashes still available on Rainmaker.
It doesn't cover it. Rainmaker can just peek at will.
For free. Forrester, great trade, great spray. And Rainmaker, his position held. Defuse, mollied himself. Phenomen holding the angle. Sometimes rounds do end up in funny ways. But
no, that was smart. That was intentional. I think he knew that the Opera was holding him, so he tried to create a little bit of smoke with the molly. That was actually smart. I think he did that on purpose.
All right.
We're going to check it out on the replay, but I'm pretty certain that was the idea here.
I mean,
because he did leave himself enough space for the peak without being tagged. This is starting to look a little bit more solid now. And we're not overlooking the fact that there's a lot of sharp shooters on that CT side as well. Red Star doesn't win the fight. That would have been a little bit too much. Big find from Forrester.
Indeed. And if CYBERSHOKE continue to get first blood like this, there may be a real chance for them to get a substantial gap close, make them competitive in the map. What's the course of action for 500? You can see the bomb traversing now in spawn. Notineki catching Rainmaker again. Is this going to make things ever simpler for CYBERSHOKE?
Probably didn't need that, right? Especially with the bomb going down. It felt like Rainmaker just thought he had a bit of a timing, exposed himself, and Hampus is going to get collected by Glowing as well. Those rounds are starting to look quite dire for 500.
Yeah, not making the right calls, getting caught in various positions.
I mean, they're just going for 1v1 fights, right? It's just the individuals having a little bit of a look, but you're probably not winning it that way. A tactical timeout might be coming in quite soon. I mean, they just come out. They win that 2v5 or 2v4 now.
500 just came out of attack timeout.
Yeah.
So
there might be another one on the way.
Technically, they could go for it again, but I don't think you want to build up the pressure like that. This is looking clean. Zerk wondering if it's best to hold on to the AWP. He's able to take down Notineki in the process. Phenomen. Oh, he's there ready, not quite. At least he knows his backline is being covered. And it's double scope for Phenomen to close that one out. CYBERSHOKE, 3 remain. I'm sure it's something that you can anticipate and try and pre-fire.
Is that a short molly from Zerk? I wonder.
It could be. Yeah, there you go. There's a pickup. 45 seconds in, and you're happy to hold on to this position. Red Star considering that close angle, but Forrester's repositioned a little bit further back. Needs to be peeked. That's a decent flash. Red Star has the answer. Phenomen unable to convert on his first shot, but gets given a second chance. Now, from multiple directions, Zerk jumps over the van, and it's enough to give 500 the space, a 3v3, but look at Glowing on Cat.
That's the one they gotta be afraid of. Hits available, Glowing being really aggressive with this one, and no one's looking.
No one is looking at all. Red Star, though, might have a chance to create the opening in market. Finally, Glowing is also shut down, and all of a sudden, Notineki's alone. It's a really tough world to live in, and you've got to drop back, hand over the round to 500, and put them on map and series points.
Everything was so perfect. That was not supposed to be the round that 500 are winning.
That's going to make CYBERSHOKE stick around a little longer in A.
The moment they get the kill or they get into a fight with Forrester, they will realize the bomb side is empty.
Hampus taken down on his attempt to distract his opponents. Forrester not looking away, 65 points of health, but he's also taking Red Star low. Blixie's there for reinforcements. This is huge. This is much more like it for the B-side hold for CYBERSHOKE. This is what they were looking for. Multiple levels of devastation. And 500 cannot close out on this series just yet. It's definitely a breath of fresh air, considering they've been quite absent from the server the first map and the first half of this one. But now, poised to hold on a little while longer. Volt broken through the smoke. Look at the pushing catwalk as well. Ooh, Hampus thought he was going to go aggressive there, but instead chooses to take up the ladder room.
Massive.
Instead, Volt, that's a big pick to gather. And look at the pushing connector. Oh, they've just walked in past each other. Volt gets a better angle of that, and I feel like this is curtains already. Forrester, a big struggle position to be in. Pinsent in the middle of catwalk. Volt's got Naughty Necky's number, and 500 on for the chase. They've done it. Sure, it wasn't as one-sided as the first map. Sure, there was a bit of a struggle on their opponent's map pick.